Welcome to today's episode of Wellness Wednesdays. I am Dr. Katherine Y. Brown, your host. As always, each week we introduce you to trailblazers, thought leaders, content experts, researchers, and the list goes on. This episode will not disappoint because today we have Kimberly Bailey with us. Welcome, Kimberly.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Dr. Brown. It's just an honor to be with you today, and I'm looking forward to our discussion.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. When I tell you I've been excited about it, and then you and I said, we were talking so much beforehand. So it's so much that I want people to know about you. But let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Who is Kimberly Bailey?
Well, I am a native Memphian. I am, a graduate of Christian Brothers University, Central High School. So I am a Memphian to my heart, but I'm also a technology professional. I have been in the technology field for 27 years. I started as an intern with the city of Memphis and became full circle as their former CIO. And currently I am a consultant for an IT company out of Minneapolis. And so I am all things tech, and I just love my, area of expertise, and I love helping others get involved into this field.
I love it. So now let's jump to COVID and tech, because you are all things tech, but you also did an amazing pivot during COVID-19.
Yes. I was appointed as the CIO for the city of Memphis in January of 2020. And in March, I was handed a global pandemic along with the rest of the world. And so we had to make some major changes. And as unfortunate as this pandemic has been, it was an opportunity for technology professionals. With everyone having to go home and be on Zoom and Teams, being able to facilitate that in seamless ways, being creative, figuring out ways for people to stay connected, but at their homes or various places was exciting. And it was just an opportunity for those of us in the tech world to say, hey, let me flex my muscle a little bit and figure out how to help people stay safe, but keep business running at the same time.
What's the most innovative thing that you had to implement?
I think the hardest part was digital signature via DocuSign. So getting people to sign documents in different locations, being able to do that efficiently and fast. Also, just standing up Microsoft Teams. We had it implemented, but it had never been turned on. So we flipped the switch one day, sent out some job aids and said, hey, this is how we're going to communicate. Meetings can continue. So it was a lot. It was a lot of things that we were able to do. Relationships with various companies throughout the city allowed us to get laptops and things of that nature really quickly to be able to send our key professionals home. Government is hard. We're used to meeting and looking at each other every day in a conference room when we meet. So when you have to send government professionals home, it's an adjustment, but we were able to do it. And then, just the challenge of being on COVID calls every day, every morning, listening to that, trying to be encouraging to, a staff of 80 plus people, trying to, be engaging, trying to take care of your home, your family. It's a lot, but, I just thank God that we were able to be creative. We were able to just, answer the call for the time and, have some great successes during my tenure as the CIO.
It has been said that technology is forever changed as a result of COVID-19. So what does the future of tech look like? I mean, from people reimagining, companies will say that people were more effective working from home, yet now they still want you to come back into the office when it's showing that you're more effective working at home. So what does that look like? Are people reimagining their careers now with tech? I'm so curious to what you're seeing.
Yes, I think people have more options. People are exercising their options and they're being very firm and deliberate about the choices that they make for their careers. I have interviewed people and their questions to me have been, is this a remote role? Because that's what I'm looking for. And they have that right, and they have that ability now, and they know that they can work from wherever, whenever, and all of those types of dynamics. From a corporate perspective, I know that, we look at engagement and fostering those, in-person relationships. But what it allowed me to do was to hire people with different skill sets outside of what, just the hiring pool right in my face. So if I needed a certain skill set and I couldn't find it locally, I was able to find it, outside of this area because of remote work. And so, and being a consultant now for a company in Minneapolis, I live in Cordova, but I work for a company in Minneapolis. And so I'm a product of taking advantage of the opportunities to stretch my skill, to show someone outside of my current area my abilities. And so I think hiring companies as well as individuals need to recognize that options are there. And we need to take advantage of that to increase our talent, increase our skill, and increase our own marketability.
I love everything about it. So for someone that's watching and maybe life is not the same for them as it relates. And I mean, to me, what I'm hearing for particularly people who say, sometimes I don't have gas money to get to work. This remote opportunity is opening up the doors for people who have been financially impacted by the pandemic, right? And it's just doing so many amazing things. What skills does someone need to enter like your side of things, because they're trying to reimagine themselves and their lives post-pandemic? And I can't even say post, because we're still dealing with COVID-19, we're dealing with monkeypox, we're dealing with all these different things that are happening. And somebody might say, I'm a caregiver, I can't afford to bring someone in and out my home, or I can't afford to go to work. How do they do tech?
Well, one, you have to have the curiosity. Tech has many various avenues and opportunities, and you just have to be curious about it. Everyone doesn't need a degree. There are certifications. We have programs locally that will help you, ease your way into tech, like Code Crew and Tech 901 and Black Girls Code. We have opportunities right here that can open up those avenues for you, give you that introduction, and then you can take it from there. So I think the sky's the limit with anyone interested in the tech field. I too did caregiving for my mother from September until like around March of this year. And it was, tough. And you have to make decisions, and I could make decisions because I could work how I needed to and from where I needed to. And so I think once you have that curiosity about technology, you take it from there and you connect with people like me and others in the community who don't mind sharing information and just kind of giving some guidance. And you go from there and you design your path and you set your own goals and you make it happen. And we can do that no matter what pandemics come along, because this is what we're dealing with now. We don't know what we may deal with in years to come. But I think everybody needs to reimagine how we work and how we engage with our employees. And this is just the introduction to something that will last probably for many, many years.
You're a very health conscious person. How do you stay healthy working from home in tech? Please tell our viewers around the world, what is your secret?
So when I do emerge from my work from home space, I'm still very careful and conscious about, what's happening around me. But I'm an introvert by nature. So telling me that I had to go home and be in the home, it wasn't really that hard for me. It was really easy. But I know that's not everybody's story. So I think you have to assess who you impact. Being a caregiver for my mother, who will be 84 next month, I was always conscious of making sure that my external excursions would not negatively impact her health. And so I kept that in the forefront. And I still do that. And we still have to do that no matter what. And I think we just always have to make sure we're having some self-care moments too. That's one thing that I really learned during this pandemic, not only being home, but how to make it, flourish and how to enjoy it and how to just learn to, really enjoy being with myself. A lot of times that's what we have to do. And I love it. Being able to do some things that I normally do in person, going to church online and things of that nature. I just embraced it. It doesn't stop anything. And I think that's what we have to look at. Technology is an avenue. It is not a roadblock.
Oh, listen, that is tweetable. Technology is an avenue, not a roadblock. Kimberly Bailey, how can people get in touch with you, follow you, and what do you have coming up that our viewers might say, hey, I want to follow her?
Well, I am currently a consultant with Enry. Again, they're a company out of Minneapolis. So I am a ServiceNow consultant. So anyone in that ServiceNow space looking to advance their technology footprint and digitally transform their organization, I'm your person to talk to. So I can be reached at kimberly.bailey@inry.com. I am always speaking to individuals about tech, always working with various organizations, especially through my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We're always doing things to advance the technology presence and just help others know that life goes on and tech can help you do it easily.
Oh, you are coming with the tweetable quotes today. Listen, everyone, I want you, if you heard something that Kimberly Bailey said today that was profound, and it was a lot, I want you to tweet that out and make sure you use that as a hashtag and hashtag TNCEAL so that we can retweet what you learned from Kimberly Bailey today. I want to say thank you so much for being here on today's episode of Wellness Wednesdays. This episode, I think, is going to be one that goes viral because you dropped a lot of nuggets into something that can intimidate people, just the word technology. But what you have given us is hope and opportunities and reimagining, Kimberly. So thank you.
Yes, I love it, and I think it's an avenue for us, and it could be the answer to some of our questions that are happening currently in our city. If we introduce this to more individuals, it'll give them opportunities that they didn't know they could even imagine.
Oh my goodness. Well, you've heard it first, everyone. Like this message, share this message, repost this message so that people around the world can meet Mrs. Kimberly Bailey. Until next time, I am Dr. Katherine Y. Brown, your host. Stay healthy because you matter. Have a great day, friends.